Welcome everybody, let's get all warmed up today. Hold on, I'm gonna do that again with an awkward pause right here. Welcome everybody, let's get, okay, that was a fail too. Oh my goodness. Come on to the centers of your mat. Let's get ourselves really balanced on our feet. Take a look down, make sure those feet are in good positions, and then get yourself back up into a good posture. Let's take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale completely. We always start with just a couple of breaths so we can become more aware. It's no longer subconscious, it is conscious effort. Inhale, reach up, hands to heart center. Go into your little bit of a squat. Change it to a forward fold. Knees are very bent. Oh, I'm a little bit stiff today. We did a lot of road travel. Straighten out and come on back up. That's why we do it. We just start to loosen up those joints a little bit. We spent 6 hours driving on the weekend to go teach in Phoenix. One more time, float down into that squat. Forward fold. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees. Come on up. And we're going to move to our side-to-side squat here. Inhale, reach up. Step to the side. Come to center. Reach up. And come to the center. Coming back and forth. Don't ask too much. Kevin goes quite low right from the start, but he has a good feeling of what his hips are able to do. So you make that choice of whether it's just a very gentle warm-up motion or you're going a little deeper and a little slower. One more time to the other side. There you go, come to center. Let's come into that side reach. Reach it out. Pull the elbow to side body. Can you feel that we did almost nothing physical for the whole weekend, Kevin? It's amazing. Well, not only is it amazing that you get kind of stiff and you realize, but it's also amazing how quickly you can regain that other side. Reach. You think, oh my goodness, I'm all creaky and crunchy. And then all of a sudden your body just knows what to do, knows the motions, and you get back to where you were. Last one. Yeah, overcoming inertia like a giant ship in the ocean. Stepping the feet to the sides of the mat, we're headed to stir the pot. So we're gonna bend those knees and put your hands on your thighs, then look at that mat. Hang down an arm, big circles. Just get your head out of the way a little bit. But try not to be looking at the monitor right now. Once you know what we're up to, let's change direction. Big swing. Feel that shoulder. Is it gliding good today? All right, pause, straightening up. Come on up. Little bit of a back bend there. Just flex into the low back. Come down and the other arm. Nice warm up of that socket. And change direction. Yes, I did. Okay, and pause. Let's bring it back up. Sink the weight into the heels. Don't get into the neck in a back bend. And straighten out. Let's bring those feet to the center and let's warm up the wrists. Change, just coming into that nice big figure 8. Then tighten it up and just flex the wrists. Make it small. All we're looking for is just that flip and turn, flip and turn. Anything else is elbows and shoulders, so we just kind of condense that. Now change direction. Once you got it, bring it in. How do those wrists feel? Have you been on the computer a whole bunch and it's gotten really stiff and achy? And then magnetic bracelets. Strap those wrists together and just come through the turn. Come through the turn. At the top, let's just take a little pause there and just flare the hands wide and then turn through. Flare. Just a little flex into the wrist. Other direction. Okay, stepping the feet apart. We're headed for core circles here, so the feet are a nice distance apart. Get nice and straight in the legs. Pull up into the kneecaps here. Reach up the arms. We're really engaged. Now soften the knees and swing through. And up to the top. Straighten everything out. Soften the knees and swing through. That's a muscle control going on there. Inhale up. Exhale on that swing. One more time. Just a little bit of low back warm up and come to a pause. You can bring your feet a little closer together. Fists up by your shoulders. We're gonna be really, really nice and secure in the knees here, and just turn at the waist a little bit. Turn at the waist. Just nudging into that tension, not discomfort. Okay, and pause. Let's just keep those hands up there. We're just gonna reach it up. We're gonna do our 3-point weightlifting arms here. We're just gonna reach it up, pull back, squat and swing. Reach, pull, squat and swing. Since Kevin and I never are in sync with this, you're gonna have to either just get into your own head or watch the person that is at the right pace for you. This is not a looking at the floor. It's just squat it down and then reach it out. Pull, squat and swing. One more set. There we go. Oops, one more set, that's what I said. Scissor rhomboid pull. Let's just go, keep on going here. Just a nice, great warm up. Just strike it out. Let those arms cross over, see? And then pull the elbows back. Strike and pull. Strike. Fully in control. We're not just swinging through this. And the last thing, we're just gonna go into our hips, and then we're gonna move on here. So finding your balance or finding something to hang on to, and just do a nice rotation and open the hips. Same format as always.
Kick your water bottle.
Kick your water bottle. It's the same format as always today. One subtle difference you might notice is we're gonna spend half the time on the mat this time instead of standing. Well, we're always on the mat. Instead of standing, we're gonna be down on our knees, down, laying down, and things like that for half the time today. We've been kind of neglecting a lot of those exercises, so we're gonna give that a go today. So Kevin's getting the timer started, and we're gonna start with our power flow yoga. I'll be doing the side version of that so you can see what it looks like that way. Kevin will do a front on, so you can get two different views of what's going on there. And we're just gonna wait for the start, but we're gonna head into a lunge here. So left leg, right leg forward, inhale, reach up. Inhale into warrior one. Pressing into that back heel, nice and long through the body. Reach back with the left hand, look over the right fingertips. Deep breath in, warrior two is what we're doing. We're gonna reverse the warrior, so flip that palm, take it up and over. Peaceful warrior. Forearm to the thigh, side angle. We want that nice angle from fingertips down to the foot. I'm very wobbly on this because of my supporting foot here, but we're headed for triangle here. So we're gonna just pull that hip back, straighten the leg, and reach for the sky.
3, 2.
Look down, hands onto the thighs. Let's do a high lunge and spring on forward. It's a little bit slower than usual, that's okay. We were paying attention to details. You're gonna take that other foot forward. Get into your lunge, square out your hips.
4, 3.
Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Nice and tall. Going into warrior two, take that right hand back, turn out the right foot, look over the fingertips. Reverse your warrior, flip the palm, up and over. Forearm to thigh, reach on the angle. Triangle pose, lift your hand a little, Kevin. There, no, side angle, sorry. Triangle is straighten the leg. I always get those mixed up. And just slide it down. We want nice stacked hips there. Have a few extra seconds because I've done it better this time. Look down, hands down either side of that foot, into a lunge. If you pull the hips back, straighten the leg.
4,
Pyramid pose,
3,
tuck the chin.
2.
Forward to lunge. Spring out of that and come on forward. All right, we're in our 20-second rest here, and where we're headed is to our leg adduction. So we're just tapping through here and lifting up a foot, tapping into that ankle. So we want that foot to come across.
2.
That's the goal. So actually our music is quite loud, isn't it? Pace yourself. 45 seconds of this is not a simple thing. And you can also get that other arm really out of the way and come into a more of a twist. Kind of almost turning the body to the side there, but we're mostly wanting that hip to pull that leg across. Leg across. You paced yourself wrong.
Once again. I'm feeling that in my driving bum.
Can you hear him? He says he feels that in his driving butt.
4,
He did most of the driving, well, all the driving this
2.
weekend. So he can feel that tightness. And pause. All right, let's do something a little different with the hips there because we really did it. So we're doing the opposite here. We're coming into a side lunge instead. Side lunge. But we'll pull those hands back. Elbows tight to side. Reach it down. Pull it
4,
back. Reach
3,
down. Pull it back. Get ready?
2.
Okay, come into that lunge. As always, reaching the floor is not what you have to do. Find where you are in this progress here. Maybe you're up here. I'm going to show you. This is a side lunge with an elbow pullback. Just not as deep in the hips. Not as much ask out of the low back. You choose what you need out of that. Keep moving.
It's amazing how little I feel like I'm able to do this. And by the time I'm halfway through, I love it.
4,
I don't know if you can hear him through my mic. He's saying at the start, he's like, what am I doing? And I don't know if I can do this. And then by the end, he just loves it and he can feel the ability. Do we get a pause? We got a pause. Awesome. Crunch and tap is next. All right. It goes like this. We'll come to our sides and we just stand with our feet a little bit apart and we side crunch, side
4,
crunch,
3,
tap,
2,
and tap. Side crunch, tap, and tap. Side crunch, tap, and tap. Now, if the side crunch feels like it needs a little more, there's an extra piece. You want to show, Kev? Are you? Okay. I did. That's very strange. I never do that. So he's doing a side crunch into his knee, tap. I think I was just moving on to the next word because I don't abbreviate your name ever. Just like he never calls me Kate. That would be weird too.
4, 3, 2.
That's a real abbreviation. There we go. Ridiculous. Coming down to mat, we're gonna stay down there for a while. Bird dog crunch. On your hands and knees. You're gonna take one leg back, the opposite arm forward, and you're gonna curl it up.
4,
And then you're gonna reach it out.
2.
Yes. All right, let's take that right leg back. Left arm forward. Reach. Now tuck elbow, knee, and chin. And reach. Now as you reach, lift the thumb, lift the heel, then curl. Feel your back plane get more engaged as you lift those high and then curl. Strange to have you looking at me. Oh, we're supposed to switch. I forgot we did both sides. Put your hand and knee down. Let's go the other side. I thought it was one side for the whole thing. I'm glad you caught that. Lift, crunch, lift, crunch.
4,
Oh my
3,
goodness.
2.
Great diagonal plane work there. There you go. Don't get up. We're gonna go into our side plank here. Okay? So, elbow underneath shoulder, hips are stacked. You can bend your knees. If you need to have your side plank be a little easier, stack up your knees and just
4,
lift with bent knees.
3,
Easiest
2.
version I know. Okay? And lift and lower. Lift and lower. Squeeze the elbow towards the hip. Strengthen the side body. Lower it down. Find a way. I should try with the other foot in front. See if that's better. That's much better for me. Maybe you have a stronger leg. Okay, let's hold. Let's press through with that hand. Get that other arm, get that hand underneath. My middle finger is pointing to the top of the mat, finding the balance and lifting. Is this your side plank right now? That's okay.
4,
Do it.
3,
Get
2.
there. Get stronger. Okay, if you're elevated like this, let's get a knee down, unlock that elbow shoulder, and we're coming onto our backs for a simple bicycle. I like this one a lot, but if you pace it wrong, you'll get fatigued. You're laying down, palms down, and you're just going through that full motion. Let's bring that heel back to
4,
that hip,
3,
and then pull the knee up to the chest. All right, bicycle through with control. you get fatigued because you went a little too fast, just give your knees a hug and then come back in about 5 seconds.
You're talking about me like I'm not here.
Kevin thinks that's personal. It's good to get that full circle instead of the speed. Let's tuck the chin. Press the palms into the mat.
What else am I doing wrong?
He says, what else am I doing wrong? I'm not even seeing you and I'm just guessing. You're breathing, I can hear you breathe.
4,
Just 5 more
3,
seconds, you're fine.
2,
All right, rolling over to the other side for side planks on the other side. Everybody's here voluntarily. Never forget. Okay, nice right angle of the arm, elbow underneath shoulder.
4,
Maybe you
3,
stagger your feet.
2,
Maybe you bend your knees. And lift. Here's bent knee lift. Lift. Very simple, starting to strengthen with bent knee lift. Push through. So you're thinking of lifting that hip, but you also really have to strengthen that underside body there. So you have to pull with the elbow. Pull with the elbow. Okay, pause. Put your other hand down and press through to elevate. Find a focal point. Breathe slow and deep. I'm not going to cue for the modifications. I've already showed you that. If you're trembling, that's great. Every piece of
4,
muscle is just
3,
adjusting to balance
2.
here. Bring that knee down. Unlock the elbow. And we're going to do lying down crunch. Okay, we haven't done this in a little while. This is straight down, arms over the head. Woo, what am I laying on? Arms over the head. And we bring the knees to the chest
4,
and we push the
3,
palms into the mat and try to
2.
lift the tailbone. Reach, bring the knees to the chest and curl. Nice, slow pace on this. Extend long, bring the legs all the way up. Yes, this is a lot of abdominal work. Push with the palms to help with that curl. Oops, I didn't extend my legs long because I thought I was maybe kicking you, Kevin.
We're very close.
If you get fatigued, there's always the hug the knees. And join us again. See if you can start to feel that tailbone just lift a little bit off the mat. A lot of us are a bit bottom heavy and it's hard to
4,
get that final
3,
lift.
2,
There we go. Let me tell you what we're up to next. We're coming around to our hands and knees. World's greatest stretch. We're just gonna roll around on the mat like we're jiu-jitsu people. You know about jiu-jitsu, right? It's the art of folding clothes with people still in them.
4, 3.
Okay, let's just
2.
take that one leg out to the side at a right angle here. Okay, we'll do opposites, that's great. Okay, got that all situated. Let's sink back. Extend the arms long. Come on forward into a strange plank. Sink it back. Okay, think about this. We're going up in the air. Up, 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 lift. Sink it slowly down with control. And lift. Huh?
We'll be doing this.
Yes.
Okay.
And one more time. Hands down. Let's just take that foot forward to the outside of the hands and then take the knee off the mat. Reach up with the right. Or we're opposite.
4,
Reach up with the arm that's
3,
beside your leg. Take
2.
it through. Reach it up. Take it through. Let's do one more. I got my timing was a little off. And take it through. Hand down and leg back. I got confused when you said I wasn't doing the right thing. I'm gonna take that other leg out to the side. Okay?
4, 3.
All right, let's sink it back
2.
down low. Extend those arms. Come forward one time to that plank. Sink it down low. Think about this. You can push through the legs. Use the strength of your body. And then lower with control. Get down. Lift it all the way up. Sink it down all the way down. One more time. And down. All right, let's bring that weight forward. Bring that foot to the outside edge of the mat. And straighten the back leg. Reach up with the arm that's beside the leg, because Kevin and I ended up opposite, and take it through. Open and through. Open it up and through. One more time.
4,
and
3,
through.
2,
And we finished early. Just bring that foot back. Come on through to seated. We have one more mat thing and then we're moving on. Let's go to our 90-90 leg position, okay? We're just gonna start with those legs over to one side. If this is too much for you, this leg position, you stack your legs instead, okay? Let's
4,
frame that front,
3,
that right knee with
2.
the hands. Turn your shoulders. Lower down. Now press through the hand. Now especially press through the right hand. Lift the whole body up in the air. Sink it down. Lift as high as you can. And down. One more. There you go. Now let's flip the knees to the other side. So we turn them over to the other side. Turn to frame that left knee. Sink down low. Put the forehead on the mat if you can. Then press strongly through the left hand and elevate as much as you can. Then lower with control. Elevate.
4, 3,
Elevate.
2.
Can we get one more? There we go. All right, we're up to standing till break time here. We're doing an elbow knee crunch. Most people are very familiar with that. There we go. Knee comes
4,
straight up. So we're not
3,
pulling that leg across
2.
this time. Wonder if I need a step. Gonna bring that knee up, knee up, knee up. No, I don't. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm down on the floor for that one. There we go. So this knee comes straight up to the chest and then the shoulder drops. Got that nice oblique crunch going on there. Do you feel like your quads are getting stronger and your knees are getting higher each time we do this? Are you seeing progress? Pacing is very important.
4, 3, 2.
There we go. All right, we haven't done any squatting things yet, so we got to get onto those. This is booty pop. 2 choices. Your toes are out, your heels are in. You can be here, and you can straighten out and drop down like this, or you can come all the way to the feet and be in that squat, and then straighten
4,
out into your forward
3,
fold here.
2.
Make your choice. Come on down to where you need to be. Straighten and drop the seat. Okay, make sure your head stays aligned with the spine as you go through this motion. Forward fold, you're looking at your shins. And then in the squat, you're looking at the top of the mat. Next time you're in a squat, let's just pause there. Pause, let's reach up with the left, open up. Really engaged, bring the hand down, inhale. Reach with the other side. I usually would straighten out, but I didn't. And bring the hand down, let's straighten the legs. Back to squat. Open to one side. Hand down, straighten, squat, open.
4, 3,
Hand down,
2.
straighten, bend the knees, and roll up to standing. Well, look at that. We're still in our crouching stuff. Twice in a row. So we're gonna do chair. We've already been in the hips a lot. You can do it. You're good. So we're gonna come and swing through with control into our chair pose. Would you do sideways?
3,
Kevin will do sideways in case you
2.
want to know the details of that. Okay, crouch down. Swing through. Arms facing, palms facing each other. Hands to heart center. Lower it down a little bit. Fist with your right, cap with your left, and press. Now turn and just be in that rotation. Look down, hands down, straighten your legs any amount. Bend the knees, swing through with control. Look forward, hands to heart center. Fist with your right, cap with your left, and press. Turn. Find the balance in your body. Don't press into that knee too much. Look down, hands down, straighten.
3,
Bend the knees and roll up. We are half done already. Take your water break. So now we're a minute and 18 seconds because we have that extra break right there. Whew.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, she's just coming into her minute break. I might say this twice, depending if there's more people showing up for Nourish today. Oh, my neck is tired. That's not what I'm gonna say twice. Last week in our resort, I was in my line dancing class. I don't teach it. I'm barely learning it. And I know I've spoke of this before, of how as we age, we often will lose the ability to take a step backwards or to walk backwards, right? And so a lot of the falls that people have as they age is a single step backwards, and their brain not knowing what their feet are supposed to do when they do that, or they just don't have the muscle and joint control to know to step into their toes and press into their heels. They've lost it. And so when they step backwards, all they do is they heel. And so in line dancing class, we weren't even dancing. A lady was just getting into position
4,
to dance, was talking to
3,
somebody.
2,
Oh! Inhale into warrior one. That was a long story and I didn't know it. Come into warrior two. Turn out that back foot. Flip the palm. Up and over. Peaceful warrior. Forearm to thigh. Side angle. I said the right thing, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going into triangle. Straighten that front leg. Slide it down. Stacking the hips. Look down. Hands down. Low lunge.
4, 3,
And then
2.
pyramid. Back to lunge and spring out of that foot. We're headed to the other side.
Actually, be ready.
Yes, actually be ready. Sorry about that. So the actual thing is she took a step backwards, couldn't do it, and took quite a bad fall and ended up with a serious concussion. Single step backwards. Square out the hips.
4,
Inhale, reach up.
3,
Warrior
2.
one. Breathe into that at least one time. Now think about that. Left hand is coming back and left foot turns out. Lower it down a little bit more if you want to. Flip the front hand up and over, peaceful warrior. Forearm to thigh. Reach on the diagonal. Side angle. Going for triangle here. Reach for the sky, straighten the leg. Down you go. Look down, hands down, either side of that foot, sinking into a low lunge. Pull back the hips, straighten the front leg into pyramid.
4,
Tuck the chin.
3, 2.
Back to lunge. Bend the knee and spring out of it. We're headed to leg adduction. Okay. Bringing that foot across to tap. Foot across to tap. You can have your feet, arms nice and wide like this, and just stay in that T shape and really engage the shoulders this
4,
time if you wish.
3, 2.
Coming through. So the moral of the story is if you're in a pool, walk backwards. Keep that skill. If you go on a treadmill, put it at like 1 mile per hour or less. Hold on to the handles and walk backwards. Start to get or keep that ability. It is so essential to fall prevention. Pulling that leg across. Are you going to lift your knees for crunch and tap this time?
4, 3, 2.
So much more. 2 versions of crunch and tap are going to happen here. I'm going to just be here and just use a side body crunch, and then tap and tap, lifting that knee high. He might be lifting his knees into his elbows out at the side, depending on his stamina.
4, 3, 2.
All right, let's start with the crunch though. Crunch it over. Lift a knee. This does not have to be fast. This is just muscle engagement and more than cardio. Knee up. Crunch. Knee up. You're really going. Good for you. I have noticed since doing these kind of exercises, being able to pull my knee so much higher than ever before in my life. Even when I was younger.
4, 3, 2.
There we go. Oh, my shoulders are tired. All right, we're down to the mats again for a whole bunch. We're heading with our bird dog crunch here.
Nope.
No, we're not.
Row.
Where are we?
Diagonal row we never did.
Oh, diagonal row. Don't go down to the mat. I skipped one.
Everybody's already down there.
Three,
Sorry.
2,
That's good. Up, downs are good too. We're gonna reach over, pull back. I missed that I skipped that one. Reach and pull. Pull that elbow back, squeeze into that shoulder blade. We're gonna conk heads? No.
Nope, I just should have let us go down there and fixed it later, maybe.
Nice flat back. Look at the mat. Don't get in your neck. Do you need to elevate it a little bit and just tap the knee instead of the foot? Never forget your options. And taking a break is an option, of course. An extra 45-second break every now and again in this class is nothing.
3,
It's a fine
2.
idea. All right, can I go down to the mat now? Okay, we're going down to the mat now for sure, for sure. We're gonna go into our bird dog crunch. So let's be aware,
We only do half.
as we lift that leg and lift that hand, the thumb is up. We're gonna lift
4,
the heel and lift the
3,
thumb so we get into the back
2.
plane here. Okay, take a leg back, opposite arm out. Lift, crunch, lift, curl it up. Second round, you start to really feel the heat. Your body starts to regulate that heat by sweating. Good stuff. That is a great sign. If you aren't regulating heat as you work out, changing sides. Other leg goes back, find your balance, add a hand. Curl, lift, curl. With the pace of the music. Pow, 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 pow. You're doing double time.
4,
Stop that.
3, 2.
You're crazy, man. Okay. Oh my gosh. Side plank.
Oh, good, something easy.
Something slower. All right. You can stack the feet, or you
4,
can have them side by
3,
side. I mean, front to
2.
back here. Getting ready to lift. Lift the hips and lower. Lift and lower. Gradually, if you're only getting an inch or two off the ground, that is where a lot of people start. They're like, look, I can actually get my hip off the ground. That's where starting is. Okay, let's pause. Put that other hand down to help elevate your shoulders. So you get that hand underneath you. Square finger to the top of the mat. Press through, lift, find your balance. Spread that fingers wide down there. Make sure you have a good base.
4,
Are you trembling? Find
3,
your focal point.
2.
Put the knee down, unlock from this, and come on down. We're going to be doing our bicycle. So since you know where bicycle is headed now that we've done it once, just give your knees a hug to the chest for a second while you're waiting to restart. Okay, and his palms
4,
down is an extra
3,
anchor
2.
on the motion here. Let's just get those feet up, start doing our big rotations. Slow and controlled. Can you get your heels really close to your hips? Squeezing in, bringing that knee up. Tuck the chin.
I did it before you said it.
You can end up, if I don't cue you that 10 times a class, people end up with really sore neck and upper line of their shoulders sometimes. Pedaling through. 11 seconds, Kevin.
Since I got my exercise ring closed, I can stop.
He says his watch says he's done enough for
4,
today.
3, 2.
Rolling over to your other side for your side plank. Whew. It's a good sequence.
Great, isn't it?
It's going amazing. So we're looking to not have that hip way tipped back or forward.
4,
We want that nice
3,
stack.
2.
Okay, and lift and lower. Get some height. Lift and lower. Press through the sides of the feet. Pull the elbow down. Strengthen through the shoulder. So much going on here. All right, this is where we stay down for a second because we're gonna get reorganized and press through. Get that hand underneath. Lift it up. Find your focal point. Slow, deep breaths. Do not hold your breath.
like having a camera. I can actually see my form a little bit. It's a long way away to see my form, but
Yeah.
I can still see a little.
4, 3, 2,
Unlock that knee. Come on out of that. Woo. Coming onto our back to our full swing and crunch here. That's our arms are above our head. If you want to, just hug your knees to your chest for a moment. Give yourself a little bit of a break in this 15 seconds of a counter stretch.
4,
But we're gonna be
3,
hands above the head,
2,
feet out long. Okay, now bend the knees, swing the arms, press through the hands, curl a little bit, extend, curl and squeeze. Curl and squeeze. I can hear us thumping back onto the floor. I'm not extending my legs too much because I'm so worried about like kicking into you.
I'm on my mat. If you're kicking me,
I'm in your space. Whew, it's a lot, isn't it?
4, 3, 2,
There you go. It's awesome. You're really building core. If you don't like the idea of sit-ups, that's what we're doing instead of sit-ups. Okay, we're at 90-90s. No, we're at world greatest stretch. We're gonna come through our hands and knees here.
let's get our legs right.
4,
Yes, we're gonna take our right leg out to the side. Right leg out to the side. Sink it down. Extend the arms a little bit. Bring yourself forward. Now think of what it takes. Go back down as low as you can. We gotta lift it up, straight up. Lift. Sink it down with control. Lift. Can you do it a little faster, a little smoother? Sink it down with control though. Don't just face plant. One more. And down. Let's bring our hands forward now and bring that foot to the outside edge of the mat and straighten out the back leg. This is right arm, goes up in the sky. Take it through like thread the needle, look to the left. Lift and open, take
4,
it through.
3,
Lift
2,
and through. Hand down, sweep that leg back, we're changing sides. Taking the left leg out, straight out from the hip. Whew. Going to sink back, almost into the strangest child pose you ever thought of. Extend the arms.
4, 3, 2,
Bring it forward. Take it back. Lower it down. Okay, think about it. What does it take you to press up and lift? Lower with control. Lift. Lower with control. Can you lift fast and lower slowly? Lift fast. Lower slowly. Okay, hands down. Bring that foot whatever way you need to. Maybe you pick it up and put it at the top of your mat. That's okay. Straighten the front back leg. Lift up the left arm and take it through. Look over to the right. Open and through.
4,
Open
3,
and through.
2,
And hand down. Sweep that foot back. We're going to our 90-90s. But it's not actually, we're not doing 90-90s when you swing back and forth through it. You just have 90-90 leg position. This is like a modified pigeon. And again, we're working in that integrity to lift ourselves out of that position
4,
and lower with
3,
control. That's the
2.
focus of today. Fold down over top of that knee. Press through the hand, lift up. As you come down, spread those fingers wide on that hand. Now lift and lower. Can you get any higher? Really extend into those legs. Get those knees stacked. Hips stacked above knees. Oh, he always calls me on things. Let's swing through to the other side. Swing those legs over to the other side. Frame that down. Press through and open and lift. I forgot where I was headed. Lift it up and sink it down. Lift and down.
4, 3,
Whew.
2,
There we go. Can we stand up? Yes, we can stand up now for the rest of the class. Okay, we're at our elbow knee crunch. Don't forget, it's not about just touching your elbows to your knees. Okay, this is not what we're at here.
4,
You want to drop
3,
that shoulder and lift
2.
that knee high. Let's go. Does it need to be fast? No, if you want to do it fast and do a little cardio blast right here, that is available to you. I've seen people jog through this.
That wasn't me.
It wasn't Kevin or I. Got 2 more exercises and then we're in cool down already. This 50 minutes goes so quickly for me.
4,
Except right now I'm getting wobbly.
2,
There we go. Booty pop is next. Feet apart. Toes just slightly out. Don't get too rotated into the hips for this. Just a little bit of a turnout on the toes. Okay? And we're coming down either to knees or feet. You make your choice.
4, 3, 2,
Okay, come on down. Where are you gonna be? In that squat, looking forward. Now straighten out the legs, look at the shins, and squat. Get attuned to the head staying aligned with the spine as you go back and forth. Drop those hips, can you get them a little lower? And straighten. Sometimes that means just stepping the feet a little further apart if you're feeling stronger. Okay, next time you're in a squat, just stay there, hang there. We're gonna just go on from there. We're gonna lift up the left arm, open up, big breath in. Exhale, bring that hand down, straighten the legs. Squat, bring the gaze forward, open up on the other side. Gently look up, hand down, straighten.
4,
Squat
3,
one more time,
2,
each side. Straighten, we're going into our rest a little bit, I know. My timing was just a little off, it's seconds. Okay, bend the knees and roll up. Our final exercise is our chair pose. Woo.
They don't need prep for chair pose.
They don't need any prep for chair pose. Take your break, have a little sip.
4, 3,
What?
2,
Sinking down. Swing through with control. Find the balance. Now weight goes back in the heels. Hands to heart center. Make a fist with your left and cap with your right. And let's turn. Look down, hands down, straighten out the legs. Bend the knees, bring the gaze forward. Swing through. Take a breath here. Hands to heart center. Can you get any lower? Fist with your right, cap with your left, and turn. My legs are talking to me today. Look down, hands down, straighten those legs. Bend the knees and roll up to
3,
standing.
2,
We're headed for our cool down, folks. So I'm gonna get a sip of water while he turns this music down. But stay standing, please.
4, 3, 2,
Okay, let's bring that heart rate down. Cool ourselves down a little bit. That flush of air and blood circulation to all our extremities. Start with just some gentle sunshines, okay? These are just like a big sweeping arms in a big circle in front. Sweep through. Slow breath. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it around. Bring them the other way. Inhale up. Just let them cross over in front. And one more. There you go. Stepping the feet apart, nice and wide. Okay, whatever you can manage. Here's nice straight legs. We're going to come into a forward fold. You can put a bend in your knees if you want to. Usually if we have our feet really wide like this, it's not too bad to come down to the ground. Come on down. Bring the hands down. Drop the head. Just let the back of the legs be stretched. Walk the hands forward, one hand print at a time. Walk yourself out to a wide-legged plank. Hands under shoulders. Press back into the heels a little bit. Walk your hands back. Slow, deep breathing. Keep controlling your breath as we cool down. Once you get to center, drop that head. Now turn your fingers back and through to behind you and walk them through a little bit. Oh, that's a big leg stretch. Bring them to center. Roll up to standing. Let's come down to the mats for our rest of our cool down. Could really use a figure 4 right now. So laying down with our knees bent. And we'll head for happy baby 2. Okay, knees bent. Settle yourself and tuck your shoulders a little bit underneath the back here. Hug the left knee into the chest. Just squeeze. And let's just turn that ankle around and lay it on the right thigh bone there. Just let it be. Press the knee away from the hip a little bit and open up through that hip. Feel that tension, feel that stretch. Relax. Just use your bottom leg to drive the feet and legs up towards the chest, and then you take your bind. Find the space that is right for you to take a bind with the legs. Let's tuck that chin, relax the jaw. Deep breath in, exhale, squeeze. As you take the breath in, take the tension out. Deep breath in, exhale, squeeze. Flex the feet towards the shins and then point the toes. Flex and point. Gently release, unwind, and hug the right knee into the chest. No. Okay, and let's take that rotation into the ankle over to the thigh. How does this hip feel today? We did a lot of stuff. Let's press the knee, not with your hands, just with the strength of the leg. Press the knee away from the body, which...
I'm sitting there using my hands.
Are you?
Yeah.
You can do that if you have good knowledge of your body and the strength of your knees. I'm not saying you can't. Relax. Okay, first we lift the legs, then we take that bind. Okay, perhaps you grab your knee and your ankle, and that's your bind. Just squeeze towards the chest. Deep breath, exhale, squeeze. Flex the feet, point the toes, and again. Gently unwind from this and hug both knees into the chest. If you're still trying to figure out happy baby, we're going to talk through this. If you know happy baby, you just go ahead and be there, okay? So you have extra time in it. We want the knees to side body. So we want them not to be side by side. We want to take them out to the side body kind of thing. And then we bring the feet up like we're stepping on the ceiling. So we got this flat foot up here, okay? Now some people are here and some people are here. Wherever you are in this position with flat feet, knees to the side, you can grab a hold of your thighs and pull down into the hips, okay? Or if you have more flexibility, you're grabbing the blades of your feet and drawing those knees down. But most people I see doing happy baby are about here. That's where most people are for quite a while until they gain that flexibility. Deep breath in. Exhale, press down. Nod your head, keep loose in the jaw. Let's do an isometric version of this. I really like it. So I'm going to talk about feet first. If you're grabbing your feet, you're going to push your feet up towards the ceiling, resist with your hands, and then pull down. Stop pushing with the feet and just draw down. If you're in the thighs, you're pushing the legs against the hands, and then you relax and you draw down. One more deep breath in your happy baby there. Let's change it to a static baby. So bringing one foot into center body, the other leg extends out to the side. You kind of rock over to one side, other leg comes to center, and other leg extends, and you rock back and forth. It's a real loose flowing kind of cool down stretch. It's good for the hips. And come to a pause, and whatever way is comfortable to you, coming up to seated from this position. We like to rock and roll quite often. Coming on up to seated to finish off our Strive class. Legs are crossed, nice and tall here in the spine. Find the balance in your body. Maybe you feel a little bit tight in your hips because we've done an awful lot. I encourage you to stay for Nourish. If you feel fatigued, I want to reassure you that Nourish is not fatiguing. It is rejuvenating. It is relaxing. Yes?
Rehydrating.
It's not rehydrating. Inhale nice and wide. Big stretch. Squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, wrap the arms around, tuck the chin, and curl up. Come to neutral spine. And that's our class. Thank you for joining us for Strive and finding a way to gradually make progress and be engaged in this class.